Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flat Thunder channel. My name's Andy, and this is a Chrysler Diesel, which is a rebranded Mitsubishi engine. I believe it came out of a marine application. You can still see some blue paint here in the exhaust manifold that's hiding underneath this yellow paint. We saved this thing from an estate sale, and well, I really have no idea what we're going to do with it, but we saved it from the scrapper. Let's see if we can get this thing started. Here we go. Real quick walk around here. We got the injection pump here. We have what looks to be like a fuel solenoid cutoff that's newer, so that's a good sign that maybe it was running at one point in time. Big old honking starter on it. Intake. I think this thing here is a little baby intercooler. Little tiny turbocharger over here, the other side of the turbocharger, and then here's your water-cooled exhaust manifold. That's why it's so big. There's the blue paint I was talking about. So it looks like all the ports are covered up with duct tape. You need to obviously get all the critical ones that need to be open, like the turbocharger opened up. Make sure all the vanes are clear. Check the oil and just let's see what we can do. This must be the brand name duct tape. It's actually coming off. Yeah, she's at the very bottom of the dipstick below the ad, so we're going to put some oil in there. We don't want to go messing stuff up. Right there's the ad. We're down here. Before we go throw a bunny at this, let's make sure that it's free and it's actually going to rotate. Unfortunately, I can't get my socket inside this pulley arrangement, so we're just going to try to give it a go with the old strap wrench. Might work, might not work. Oh yeah. All right. Turned over pretty darn easy. Good sign that we can spend some money and put some oil in her. And keep on moving. Oh, the glugs got me. Good enough. Longer ground cable here. The end's kind of getting crusty on it. Shorten it up. I think we'll try to put an eye on this end. Nice. I like that. Whoa! She's gonna do it, I think. Need a better positive cable. She's blowing smoke already. Whew. Must have some fuel in there still. Time out before we get too carried away. I want to pull off this lubrication line for the turbo bearings and get some lube in there. It spins freely now, but I don't want to start it up since it's been sitting for so long. Back fuel in here. So we got our temporary fuel tank up here. We don't have the right fittings, but we do have a big hose kind of jammed on there, just cranked down with a hose clamp. Then we just kind of got it stuffed on the old hose that was here. Right now what we're going to do, excuse me. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to try to prime the fuel system with the fuel pump primer here. I don't really know at this point in time if this fuel solenoid is a fuel turn on or a fuel cut off. So we'll have to experiment here. I like to assume that it only energizes to shut it down, but I could be wrong. Let's just see if we can start getting some fuel pumping here. We'll crack her open up here at the top. Fuel up there and hopefully down to the fuel pump. So I got my emergency shut-off board here. And we can put it over the inlet of the turbocharger just in case she wants to run away. I'm not overly familiar with diesel engine fuel pumps, but I'm assuming that this is going to be a shut down solenoid, so you pull it to shut down. Could be wrong, could be opposite. You got it tied to another battery. We got fuel hooked up. We bled it out at the top fuel filter there. She's pumping smoke on those first few bumps. Let's just see what she's going to do. Let her rip. She's blowing some smoke. Give her just a little chooch of the nasty stuff. She's saying hello. Come on, baby. She's smoking. I think we need to upgrade our positive connection and maybe even put in another battery. Get in here and crack these loose and see if she's pumping any fuel out. Getting fuel on this guy. Nothing on the other one so far. Come on, baby, give me fuel, give me fuel. Woo, that was an ether start. Running out of battery here. So it's this hose here that comes off the side of the block, comes up around here into that divider port up there. Chances I'm going to have the right plug for that, probably nil. Maybe it looks like a JIC up there behind the backside. Well, that turned into one of those professional repairs. Hacksaw bolt tie wrap. Obviously that's not the right way to do that, but needed to cap that off so we can test this engine, see if it's good for anything. I don't even know what that really would feed. The turbo line's right here. So turbo return lines right there. I'm not for sure. So I rebled the fuel filter here with the priming pump. Cracked all the lines open again. We're just cranking it over. Previously we had fuel on this one. I got fuel on the second one. Now let's see if we can get the other four. All we're looking is fuel dripping out of those nuts. Then we'll tighten them up. Running out of juice. It's got a sea of old batteries here, kind of running out of juice. We got these two to bleed. The other four, not so much, but she's bumping off, and I haven't been spraying ether in it, so I don't know. Let's give those batteries a couple of minutes to regenerate, and give her a little shoot of the good stuff. That's no juice. Let's give her a little juice. She wants to go. Come on, baby. Almost. Ether lock. Her to bump off. It definitely sounds like she's going to be a runner. It's just a matter of how we get there. Right now you can see we got just a massive mess of jumper cables and old batteries and piles of stuff. And our starter's getting a little warm. Our batteries are probably junked out by now, or just roasted. So we're gonna have to shut this down for a while, give our batteries some time to charge, the starter some time to cool off. And then when we come back, we'll try to bleed those injectors again. Like I said, we got the first two. We need to try to get the other four. And then I think once we get those other four bled out, I think this bad boy is gonna start up and purr just like a kitten. I think. We'll see. We're gonna slap these batteries on the charger, and the next time you see us, we'll be trying to bleed those injectors. It's the very next day here. Yesterday, before we ran out of battery, we got fuel at injectors 1 and 2. I hooked the battery up off camera and I started cranking her over. We started getting some fuel at 3 and 4. 5 and 6 are still missing fuel. These are still cracked. We're gonna keep pumping it over until it starts really squirting out of there. Hopefully we can get her gone here and get these other 2 injectors with some fuel at them and bled out. And I believe this old girl's gonna run. Let's see what we can do here with the batteries that we got. Bring the fuel. Okay, these are pumping out pretty good. Tighten these up. Got a little bump there. Better get our safety board ready. Looks like this one's starting to get a little wet. Nothing at this one yet. Got the safety board here. Keep losing my starter wire. There's out of juice on this battery. I think we get this thing spooled up. She might just take off on us here. Come on, baby. Getting some drips on 5, nothing major or regular, and nothing on 6 yet. We got 2 batteries hooked up to it now. Of course, old ones. Let's see if that's gonna do anything. We got fuel at the 5th one, barely leaking out. Nothing at the 6th one. She's wanting to go. Still got nothing on the 6th one. Tighten up number 5. Let's see if she'll take off and just clear herself out. Come on, baby. She gonna go. Well, we turned it into kind of a smoke storm in here. We're gonna have to open the doors. And I think I got it running without any ether, but we were given a little bump there at the end. I think we're gonna crack all the injectors loose again, try to re-bleed all the injectors a little bit better, and then give her one more go. I think we might just have it. As we were airing the garage out, I kept turning her over with injectors loose to try to bleed out all that air. We finally just got fuel coming out of the 6th injector, and I think she just might take off. gonna shut it down before she gets too hot. Oh yeah! That is awesome. I am super excited about that. We saved this engine from the scrap hopper, and somebody wanted to save this engine to put it in something many, many years ago, and it never happened. Now we're giving this thing a second life. Not sure what we're gonna do with it yet, but it runs and it is a worthy candidate for a project and or a donor. I'm super excited about that. That little turbo is awesome. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and comments in that section below. And don't forget to punch that subscribe button on your way out. If you guys got any comments, suggestions, or ideas on what we can use this old engine for, drop down in the comments section, let me know what you think. I am pretty happy and pretty stoked about this. Yeah, we saved it. We saved it from the scrap hopper. We saved somebody's vision that they could use this previously, and maybe, just maybe, we're gonna use it for something.